Today I learned how to improve my focus, productivity, and energy levels throughout the day. And if you just follow this, you'll be able to achieve way more work and output than you're currently doing. I promise you. So, here's how it works. So, the first thing to improve your focus is by focusing on removing your distractions. Instead of focusing on improving your focus, focus on reducing your distractions. Because what is focus? Steve Jobs said focus means you say no to 1,000 things and yes only to one. So, to focus, if you simply say no to all the distractions, what do you get? You find the work more fun than doing nothing. So the first thing is to cut off all distractions. So the most common distractions in today's society is social media, porn, and Netflix and TV shows. So how do you cut off? So there are two ways you can do that. First is by just cutting it out altogether. So just delete your social media apps, or uh, just delete your Netflix subscription. Or there's a second way, that is increase friction. So how do you increase friction? There are few ways you can use friction. I recommend to automate friction to make it easy and create systems in place so that it is very hard for you to do that work. So there are various apps where you have to wait 5 minutes before you open your social media app. There are apps that don't allow you to open certain apps during your work time. There are apps that make you force you to write your intention and the specific time frame you will use that app consciously, so that you are not wasting your time. So test the apps you can see, because there are lots of wide ranging tools and you'll have to find which one is the best for your needs. So once you have cut off all distractions, the second is capture your thoughts. Because let me be honest, sometimes when we are trying to focus, new thoughts come into our mind, and those usually there's science proven that they uh, reduce your, if you win, if you let them win, they reduce your focus by up to 20 minutes. So it takes you 20 minutes again to refocus. That's a lot of valuable time. So to catch off your thoughts, first you have to fight to not give up. So instead of just letting it stay in your mind, fight to not think about it. And also have a journal next to you where you distill all your thoughts, so that your brain stops thinking about it. Because when once you journal in your once you write something down, your brain has finally taken it out, and it does not think about that. So whenever you have new thoughts, new ideas, whatever, keep them in your journal, because that will help you to regain clarity and focus on the task you're doing. So the first was to cut off all distractions. The second is to capture your thoughts. And this third one is the most important, because if you don't do this, nothing else matter. And that is prioritize. If you don't prioritize and focus on the most useless task, you will not move the needle. I'll give you an example. Say you wanted to work out. You wanted to build abs, but you're doing bicep curls. How the hell will you build abs? You're focusing on the wrong shit. So instead of focusing on the wrong shit, spend if you spend 1 year of your life in just doing bicep curls, you will not build abs. But if you do 1 minute of uh, a plank, plank for every day, it'll be like 365 minutes or around 6 hours, and you will have some ab strength. That's the difference, or that's the result, of priority. Priority. What happened? Priority. My fuck off. Whatever. Okay. So, because if you can focus on one thing which uh, gives you the biggest result, then you are working on the right shit. So, whenever I'll give you a mental framework I used to ensure that I'm focusing on the right task. There are around 5 questions, or I'll give you 3 questions, which you should ask yourself before doing any task. It takes around 5 minutes, but it is very valuable. The first question you might ask is, what is my biggest constraint? So if your biggest constraint is marketing, focus on that. Don't focus on customer support. Second, what thing should I do today that will make rest of my task unnecessary or useless? Focus on that task first. Now, if this two does not work and you don't gain clarity, use this third task. And the question is, what am I trying to avoid? Because sometimes the most needle moving activity is what we are trying to avoid. So simply ask, what am I trying to avoid? Now, if you are able to, if you do these 3 things alone, you will be able to gain maximum focus, and you will have laser focus on whatever task you're doing, because you have no distractions, you know the exact task you're doing, and you are able to capture your thoughts, which will not let you distract. Now, after this, now I'll give you some bonus strategies to increase your productivity and focus levels. And that is, first, optimize your energy levels, because if you have maximum energy throughout the day, you will be able to be more productive. Because if you have 100% energy and you do one task for 1 hour, you will gain way more work done than you have 10% energy and you take 10 hours to do that same work. So the most biggest needle mover in having better energy is number one, sleep. Number two, eating better, healthier food. And three, working out. If you do these 3 things regularly, you will be able to maximize your energy levels. And so, how do you improve your sleep? Well, if you're not already improving your sleep, here are some benefits of improving your sleep. Number one, it helps to recover your. If you're working out, it helps you to. It increases your muscle recovery rate and builds more muscle, because muscles are not built while working out, they are built when we rest, and the biggest rest our body gets is while we sleep, because when we work out there are only tears, we create only tears in our muscles. Number two, another benefit of sleep is improved memory, and you retain what you learned longer. So if you learn a new marketing principle, you retain it much longer than if you just sleep for 3 hours a day. Now, another very important benefit and very good benefit of sleep is that you become more attractive. No matter, because I know it sounds crazy, but sleeping properly actually makes your face more attractive. I don't know how, but your energy levels, your mood, it just makes everything awesome. The fourth benefit is it also increases your mental clarity and increases your concentration level and creativity. So now you know that the benefits you are missing if you're not optimizing sleep. Here are few ways you can optimize your sleep. Number one, have a consistent sleep schedule. You know, if it was easy, everyone would do it, and everyone do not have a consistent sleep schedule. So make sure you have a consistent sleep schedule, because it's the most important way to have more restful sleep, because when your brain knows when you sleep and when you wake up, it becomes very easy for it to adjust its circadian rhythm. Once you have done this, let's go to the second tactic or tip, that is avoid bright light. So before sleeping, ensure you open dark mode, grayscale mode. For laptop, if you're using laptop, download Flux. If you're using phone, your Android has a bedtime mode in it, built in it. The same with Apple. Make sure you turn it on, because blue light is the major reason that affects our sleep quality. Make sure you cut it off. By the way, I'll cut it off here as well.